3 into the 4. We're still 13 minutes out.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Chapin High School on a beautiful Friday night in March. And we're excited to bring you some 5A region action here with the Lexington Wildcats and Chapin Eagles. I'm Matt Warren, he's Doc Little, and Doc, if they could just dial it up about 5 more degrees, we'd have a perfect evening for softball.
I think before the end of the night, it's going to be a bit brisk out here today. I've got the toboggan. I have a heavy jacket, gloves ready to go. Just, be prepared is what the Boy Scouts tell you.
Well, this matchup here historically has really been, for the region. These are two programs that steadily produce strong softball programs year in and year out, and I really expect nothing different tonight.
Well, last year, this game actually is what decided the region. Chapin beat us here last year with a very strong pitching performance, and I'll tell you, we better be ready tonight to get this party started. We were not planning on doing a broadcast until next week. Was going to be really that inaugural regular season broadcast, but Chapin and Lexington, it was too big of an opportunity to pass up.
I tell you, I walked outside from the office and the sun was shining. It was a little bit warmer. I kind of got the fever, so I'll take the blame for that. It was me that pushed the envelope and made this happen tonight, because I just really felt like it was a great night to get together and do this and bring you a high-quality matchup. In the circle for the Wildcats, you're going to see Haley Manns, the staff ace. You would expect nothing different there in this big-time matchup. And Chapin will counter with Parker Prusader is the pronunciation there. I believe that's a young player, 9th grader, I believe, for the circle. But we saw against Catawba Ridge, if you're in 9th grade, that doesn't mean you're not ready to come out here and pitch well.
I can't tell. Are we doing national anthem right here? We've got some people standing, but we're playing rap music behind us. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what's happening.
I think what's happening is they may be playing it in the stadium next door, and they're very close to each other, so you hear it over here. We had that happen. Remember, we had that happen at Catawba Ridge.
We sure did.
You had baseball and softball right together, and we had back-to-back national anthems.
We did double the patriotism. Hey, you can't get enough of it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Like Sunday school, you can't get too much of it.
Well, back to softball here. We're having the coaches meeting here in the at home plate, and Coach Sager, Cal Sager, head coach for Chapin, won a lot of games here, and they've actually made some deep runs in the playoffs. But the last couple of years, remember, Chapin and Lexington have been switched. Chapin was in the lower state, and we were in the upper state last year because of that 1-2, how they split the regions.
That's right. We had not actually seen them in the playoffs. We get after it pretty hard in the regular season, but we've not actually seen them in the postseason. So sometimes that's where those rivalries are truly born, is when you take that regular season, that matchup, and you transfer it on to the postseason. But I've got to be honest with you, I'm not sad that we missed them last year. They had our number, it felt like last year. Even in the game we won, boy, we really struggled against them. It was hotly contested both games.
Yeah, Chapin had a pitcher last year, Ella Mike-Check. She's now pitching at Tusculum University and playing in the field and actually having a really good year. A good friend of Libby's, my daughter. Also, Andy Dirks last year, remember, went to Michigan, third baseman for Chapin. So they produce college players just like the Wildcats do, and you're not going to have a good program without having those players continue on to the next level.
Well, listen, if you're playing P4 softball, you can bring it, and that young lady could bring it, and she was one of those like the Sarah Gordons before, those kinds of players that you had to really pay very careful attention to. Interesting tonight, it appears, now again, I'm not dialed into the pulse of Chapin softball. It does appear to be a bit of a transition year for Chapin, but again, the results have been rather up and down for them so far. But I bet you we're going to get their best effort tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the Wildcats are coming off a victory against Irmo in their first region game. And before that, went up to Catawba Ridge and took our first loss of the season. But I want to talk about that for a second and how important that is for us to continue to schedule those kind of games, even out of conference, much like we play in conference, to challenge ourselves. And my one regret is that me and you didn't call that game.
Oh, I cannot believe it.
Because if you watched that game or if you were there, What a battle between the Copperheads of Catawba Ridge and the Wildcats.
10 innings. How many times have you said we've gone 10 innings? I mean, Haley Mance, I thought her shoulder was just kind of hanging on by a thread. It was unbelievable effort by both teams.
Absolutely, and excited once again to be here on Friday night. It looks like we're about ready for the starting lineups and the national anthem, so we're going to go off air, and we'll be back soon to bring you Wildcat softball.
I was confused. I saw them doing this. I'm hearing rap music.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Chapin High School for a matchup between the Lexington Wildcats and your Chapin Eagles! Let's meet the Wildcats. Batting first, number 5, Peyton McCullough. Batting second, number 16, Annalia Harry. Batting third, number 12, Livy Warren. Batting fourth, number 11, Sam Craig. Batting fifth, number 10, Emma McCarthy. Batting sixth, number 17, Robin Craig. Batting seventh, number 22, Peyton Gone. Batting eighth, number 14, Lexi Taylor. Batting ninth, number 9, Maya Drennan. Batting 10th, number 7, Haley Mans. For your remaining Wildcats, number 2, Grace Fonseca. Number 6, Shay Scott. Number 8, Naylee Lindler. Number 15, Naomi Little. And number 23, Amanda Barksdale. And I sincerely apologize for those names broken before. And now for your Chapin Eagles! Leading off and playing shortstop, number 5, Savannah Stockwell. Batting second and catching, number 7, Riley O'Mara. Batting third and playing third base, number 14, Logan Haggard. Batting fourth and playing as a DP, number 17, Sammy Stevenson. Batting fifth and playing center field, number 24, Easton Davis. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 11, Savannah Foxworth. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 10, Emily Holbrook. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 15, Nicole Stockwell. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 12, Brittany Pygate. And at the flex and pitching, number 6, Parker Brusader. For your remaining Eagles, number 1, Reagan O'Mara. Number 2, Allie Bickley. Number 3, Camden Floyd. Number 4, Kaylin Corum. Number 8, Hannah Luss. And number 9, Michaela Miller. coached by Cal Sager, Len Cave, and Christian McMillan. At this time, please stand, remove your caps, and join us. And direct your attention to center field for the playing of your national anthem.
And we're back here after that round of introductions. And Doc, I think we're almost at a point where Emma and Peyton should be like first name only, a la The Rock.
Cher,
Shaq,
Madonna.
Because I think so far we're 0 for 4 this year on Melanauskas. I think we just got a.
It sounded almost like he said, like the guy that ran for president, Dukakis. It was like
Michael Dukakis.
I think it was closer to that than whatever it is. How they pronounce their name.
Well, and going and one more thing on names. Chapin High School's coach is Cal Sager, and I really feel like that is a great NASCAR name. I mean, Cal Sager should be driving car 98.
Yeah, down the back stretch of Daytona. 3 wide.
All right, we're going to get serious here and get locked in. Our lineup is going to be Peyton Melanauskas. She's going to lead us off at center field. Elena Harry out in left. Livy, right field. Sam Craig at short. Emma Melanauskas at third base. Robin Craig, your DP, extra hitter. Peyton Gons will be behind the dish. Lexi Taylor at first. Maya Drennan, second base, with Haley Manns in the circle. And I'm excited to be here right now for this ball game. And Doc, I want to say again how much I love this complex. I feel like Chapin is a great place to come watch the softball game.
Well, you can tell they take a lot of pride in it too. The field looks great. Golly, just the sun is setting behind us. Golly, what a Friday night.
Peyton steps in, takes one down. Something that she's really been good at this year is watching pitches and getting on base. Emma's had a great, has had a great start to the year. And I think she's really fits that leadoff role.
Well, when you look at a lot of her at-bats, she really is varying her approach. We've seen her slap, we've seen her bunt. She's jammed one out of here. She's done a little bit of everything.
And played some great center field. Rolls over that one out to second for out number one.
Probably would like to have that one back. I'm not sure she really wanted to swing at that one.
Yeah, don't look like we're going to see a lot of velocity, but definitely a lot of off speed. That was a changeup there on 2-0, which is a sign of a good pitcher. You get 2-0, and you want to throw that changeup and kind of get somebody out in front and rolling over that fastball, that changeup. Next up, Elena, she'll step in.
Oh, what a bunt.
Didn't get it far enough. Nice play by the catcher, Riley O'Mara. Need to get that Doc a little bit further out to beat that out. Next up, Libby Warren, right fielder. Outfield playing straight up, a slight breeze out towards left field. Libby takes down, ball one.
I think patience is going to be here, a key here tonight. Let's not chase after that first pitch. Let's find the pitch you're looking for.
There's a strike on the outside corner. Count even, 1-1. Coach Epps holding down third base. Coach Mason at first. John Terrapin, Kimberly Gunner. Also Coach Kiesler in the dugout.
Bus driver extraordinaire.
Takes up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chapin didn't like it, but that
Old
ball's a little
Faithful,
bit
that's
up.
right. Like holding a high strike, as we all do.
Early in the game, filling out the umpire, seeing where that zone is. Strike 2-2. Maybe taking a lot of looks here, but now we got to widen up, put something in play.
There you go. Good pitch. Let's go. One more. Let's go.
Not a ton of velocity, but she's in the strike zone. She's going around.
Change up. Got it looking. Strike 3. So Cats go down in order. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom half. No score. Back here in Chapin, bottom of the first, Cats go down in order, and Doc talked about it a little bit there. Cats got to be maybe a little more aggressive on some of those early strikes in the count.
Yeah, I mean, see it, hit it. Let's find the one you're looking for and hit it. Don't try to wait, because when the pitcher has that chance to start throwing that changeup and starts having you guess about whether changeup, fastball, they really have a big advantage on you.
Savannah Stockwell, shortstop, will step in. Savannah been playing for a long time for the Eagles. I've been watching Chapin softball for a couple years now, and her name is very familiar to me. So good player, good shortstop, and a quality leadoff hitter for the Eagles. Haley jumps ahead quickly, 0-2. Cats with a similar defensive lineup out there.
Yeah, we've seen this a number of times already. This seems to be kind of the go-to look. Lexi at first base holding it down, but we've talked about this before, that the Cats are a really strong defensive team. Hopefully not an announcer jinx.
That's a nice pitch there, outside 1-2. Cats playing straight up in the outfield. Savannah chokes up on the bat there and swings and a miss, so strike 3 and out number 1 in the bottom of the first. Brings up catcher Riley O'Mara. Riley made a nice play in the first inning on Elena's bunt. Hopping on that ball, making a good throw to first.
Well, Elena puts a lot of pressure on the defense when she lays that bunt down, because she's super quick to first base. And so good for number 7 there for getting up and really throwing her out. That was a big play.
Ground ball out to Maya. She makes a nice play. Nice stretch there by Lexi for out number 2.
They talk about a painter is a carpenter's best friend. A first baseman is also a fielder's best friend. Maya with a good defensive play, but maybe not the world's best throw. You're not going to put that on an instructional video, but Lexi cleaned it up for her.
Reagan Haggard steps in, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. Going back to Chapin's complex here, something else that jumps out that I love is old school chalk. You don't see any paint outside of the outfield lines here at Chapin. They got the old school drum with the white chalk, and Coach was laying it down right there before the game, so kind of a throwback.
I think softball and baseball coaches have to major in that in college at some point, don't they? Isn't there a class they teach?
There's ball at the center, but that's to the wrong person. And
wrong ball.
Peyton Melanauskas makes that number 3. So quick work of the Wildcats and quick work of the Eagles. We go to the second, no score. To the top of the second we go, and Doc, I don't have the stats in front of me, but nobody's hitting it better than Sam Craig, and she steps right in there and delivers a hard hit out to center and good base running. And Sam will coast into second with a double. I'm going to score that a double, so good start.
Now,
good start.
Later tonight, with John Terrapin is rewatching this game. He's going to be tempted to only give her a single. I'm gonna advocate right now, Coach, when you're watching this thing at 12 o'clock tonight, that is a double.
Yeah, that was a double out of the box, really. Just seeing that ball down and thinking two right out of the box is how you get that. You don't get that for halfway to second. You get it coming out the box. Next batter is Emma Melanauskas. She swings at the first one, fouls it off. So Cats, a little bit of action here in the second. Runner on second, no outs.
Well, I don't know what they said to him in the huddle, but all of a sudden we started taking some hacks.
Change up, hit hard, but
be careful
foul.
There.
So we've seen a change up here several times from Prusader. So definitely her go-to pitch here with 2 strikes. So Cass need to be aware that is something in her arsenal.
Let's see if she throws it back to back right here.
That fastball looks a lot quicker when it's on the back end of a changeup.
It is
so
indeed.
Cat's really trying to make some adjustments here. 1-2.
Last time we saw Emma bat, she hit a laser.
That ball is hit hard at the left center field. That's trouble. Off the fence, and that'll be another double. Sam will score easily, and Emma is on the way to third, and she'll stand up. Actually, she'll slide into third for a triple. So back-to-back extra base hits, and the Cats are cooking here in the top of the second.
That's what we've grown used to from E10. I'm ready to do the home run call. Golly, I wanted to do it right there so badly.
I feel like Chapin is a big field.
There's a lot of space, too.
A lot of real estate out there in left center and right center, and Emma used every bit of it. Robin Craig will step in. Robin also has had a good year to this point. Senior, North Greenville signee, and really a strong utility player, can play anywhere on the field for the Cats. Ooh, that ball is hit hard down the left field line. And how critical are these players on your team? Because, throughout the course of the season, injuries are going to happen. Things going to happen. And have somebody like Robin that you can plug in at second, plug in at right. She can play first.
Well, she made a catch against Catawba Ridge in left field that would have made a Sports Center highlight.
There's another nice change up on the outside corner for strike 2.
So imagine playing and you're an infielder, then they have you in left field, and she runs one down in left field like she's been playing left field her whole life. She's tremendous.
Sometimes you lose track of it. I thought she was a second. No, she's at left. No, she's in right. Whoa, and that ball is smoked. What a play by the third baseman, Reagan Haggard. Wow, that was Emma Melanauskas-esque right there. Foul
Hitting
ball
the ball
smoke.
hard. We keep hitting the ball hard. I like our chances.
Good job, Reagan.
Catcher Peyton Guntz will step in. Peyton had a little breakout game against Irmo. 2 hits, home run, and a single, and that was really good to see for her.
Oh, she wanted that one, Coach.
That ball is popped up foul. Will fall for strike 1.
You know, the home run she hit against Irmo was a line drive. I think it hit the top of the fence and kind of skidded over. It was really a shot.
A lot of pop in that bat for sure. That ball jumped off of her bat, and the other hit she had was a strong single as well. So she gets going. It's another bonus for the Cats in this lineup.
I really believe it's a question of when for her, not if. She's got all the tools. The swing's there. The tools are there. She just got to start stacking good at-bats, which I think she's going to be fine.
No balls, 2 strikes. Really just trying to get this runner here. Ground ball to short or second, a fly ball will do it. Just trying to do a job. And she does just that with an RBI single. So the Cats now lead 2-0. Big one-out hit there from Peyton Guntz.
I think that was a changeup she left up in the zone. And now listen, you start becoming predictable with that changeup. And a team like this, the Wildcats, they're going to start hunting that pitch and start waiting on it. And then all of a sudden you're going to start seeing it.
Lexi Taylor steps in and takes a ball up. What a good approach there. Sitting back, right back up the middle, not trying to do too much. We can keep replicating that approach. We'll be fine. Peyton is on the move. Nice throw. Wow. Oh, he's umpire said safe. Much to the chagrin of Eagle Nation. That must have been a heck of a slide from Peyton Guntz because that ball was on time.
Well, and not only with the ball on time, shout out to the umpire. He was right on top of it. So it's easy for us to second guess from all the way back here. But, I mean, he was right on top of that one. Listen to me defending umpires. They're people, too. Not sure what the count is.
We've lost
here.
the count on the board. Let's go to Coach Taylor here. He's got it. 3-0, he says. When in doubt, look at Coach Taylor's scorebook. He's got it right. That's ball 4. So first and second, 1 out, and Maya Drennan. What a bonus here to have Maya in the 9-hole. A lot of times you might think you put your worst hitter in the 9-hole, but you want one of your better hitters to set the table for the top of your lineup, and that's what Maya brings to the table.
And to have that kind of luxury to be able to do that, that tells you how deep this team is. All right,
5 in a row.
Kind of the mechanics are starting to break down a little bit here. Let's see if the pitcher will settle down here and start throwing strikes. It almost feels like when she hung that change up and Peyton made her pay for it. Gave her a little game pressure here.
Maya tries to lay one down and foul, 1-1.
It's not all about gripping and ripping. You got to sometimes, mix it up a little bit.
You got to loosen your grip and drop a bunt. It's going to be an infield fly for out number 2. And back to the top of the lineup, and Peyton Melanauskas. At some point tonight, viewers, me and Doc, I'm not sure when it's going to happen, we're going to talk to you about our vision for a junior varsity softball state tournament. And we're going to lay that out for you at some point during tonight's broadcast.
And folks, I got to tell you,
ball is hit hard out to second. Nice play.
good play.
All right, so we'll head to the bottom of the second. Cats plate 2-0 Lexington. We're back here in Chapin, South Carolina, and Doc, that was a little more like it there for the Cats at the top of the second. A little bit better at bats, better approaches, and the result, 2 runs.
Well, I tell you, they really put some good wood on that one, or I guess or whatever aluminum or whatever composite the bats are they got. But no, they better at bats. Even the outs were hard hit balls. I like those approaches. We keep doing that, I think we're gonna be okay.
Sammy Stevenson, the DP, steps in, takes the ball down. Chapin's got some tall players, which is good for them. Sammy is one of them.
You know, I said they're in transition, but you know they're playing pretty well so far. So I'm not sure. Some of that early season stuff gets you ready for being ready for these games.
Really all comes down to your region, how you do in your region. That's your playoff seeding. So all those games leading up to this, they're important, but what counts are these games here in region to dictate where you'll be in the playoffs. Foul straight back, count goes to 1-2. Haley, let's talk about her a little bit. She's come out and pitched well so far, throwing strikes and keeping her defense in the ballgame.
Oh, yeah. You know, we didn't call Haley's name a lot against Irmo because she didn't pitch. And so to think about having that luxury, you know, the Catawba Ridge game, she threw a lot of pitches. Then to shut her down for a little bit. And, ooh.
On the outside corner, Haley paints it.
You are seeing a sharp Haley Mans tonight.
So 1 out in the bottom of the second. And Eason Davis, center fielder, number 24, will step in. I will give the announcer some credit there. Pre-game, he screwed up half the Wildcat names, but at least he apologized for it, and he owned it. And he even said, on the PA, he said, I'm sorry for messing all y'all's names up.
I mean, we know what Rule 1 is you try to find out what the actual pronunciation is. And you might mess it up, but you can't just look at the names for the first time when you turn on the microphone. That is a recipe for disaster. You got to take pride in your work.
Because nobody gets more upset than a mom whose daughter's name gets butchered.
I mean, let me tell you, right now,
on the PA.
I believe Peyton and Emma's grandmother is listening to us live. It's what their mom told me. And you want to know them being upset that their name just got butchered.
Strikeout number 2 in the second. So 2 quick outs. Haley Mans gets the ball and gets right back in the circle, and she'll face Savannah Foxworth, first baseman, next.
Let me ask you a question. Well, let me just let the pitch happen, and then I'll ask you a question.
How about that ball gets by Lexi at first. That'll be a hit. So runner on first with 2 outs here in the second, and Emily Holbrook, right fielder, will be the next batter for the Eagles. What's your question?
Did you draw things in the dirt when you went up to bat? Like, you know, when you're stepping in the batter's box, I see so many of the girls like they draw something in the dirt.
No, I never did that.
If you never did, I guess my question is, what would you have drawn if you had the choice?
Double. 2, I don't know. Swing. Well, I guess it depends on what you're, I mean, you know, of course. It's got to be something small. You don't have a whole lot of time to draw a lot out there.
That's right.
Umpire will get upset if you spend too much time.
With your calligraphy?
Well, remember last year in the playoffs, I think it was against Burns, when we had the umpire that wouldn't give Burns time out.
Yes.
So if any of them would have tried to draw anything, there'd have been a pitch thrown before they could even look.
Well, technically, you're not supposed to step out of the batter's box. And the umpire does not have to give this batter any time to get set. In fact, if Haley Mann stepped up right there to pitch, she has the right to do so.
There's ball to right, and right at Livy for out number 3. So Eagles get 1 aboard, but no damage done. We go to the third, 2-0 Cats. Top of the third we go, and Elena Harry tried to bunt last time unsuccessfully, but she'll step in. But she's been on base more this year than she hasn't. So, been a great number 2 hitter. What a play by the catcher, Riley O'Mara.
Now, he never saw that. He never saw it.
I don't think he could have seen
now,
it. I mean, the catcher was
may
between.
Have called it. I don't know.
Well,
but he never saw it.
Well, the umpire on first has a great look at that, and hopefully he'll go ask that question because you're right. He couldn't see it. So he is going to have a conversation. Coach Epps is good about that. Just come and say, hey, if nothing else, go have a conversation and let's talk through this. And the ball hit the dirt, it hit the dirt. So we'll see what's the outcome here.
Question is, it's tough here early in the season sometimes for the umpires when they dialed in.
Coach Shirley, do we have a camera? We don't have a camera angle of that. Unfortunately, we don't. But out is the call. So a nice play nonetheless by Riley O'Mara for out number 1. She's been impressive for the Eagles behind the dish.
Well, she's robbed Elena twice now.
Yeah, that's right. Olivia will step in. That ball, there you go, Liv. That's how you hit the ball. Out to the fence for a double. Number 12 needed that, Doc. Good swing on that outside fastball.
She got caught looking with that changeup. I thought that first at bat for her was a little bit timid. It's not really who she is. And also, let me say, can we go back to the previous half inning? She's the best right fielder in the state, and I would put money on that right now. She catches everything out there.
What's the saying? Water covers how much of the earth?
That's right, 95% or something.
Livy covers the rest.
75%, I guess, is what it is.
That's right.
All right, so we messed that up. I messed that up. It's still early in the season for us. It's the second broadcast.
And I'll say this, my kids know, Abby just came and got $10 from me. If she knows when to come get money, because if I was not doing this, there's no way I would have just given her $10. But I just gave her $10 out of my wallet because I'm trying to call a game. Yeah, that's smart. She is smart. using her knowledge for evil.
Right. Higher order thinking skills. She's critical thinking. Hey, when am I going to go get a hot dog?
What is she
right
about
now?
to buy with $10? This is not going to be good.
I guess Skittles are involved. Sour Skittles. That's where my money is.
All right, what we got, Doc? 2-1 to our best hitter right now, Sam Craig. 3-1's the count. I'm going to call right here, Doc. She gets a fastball for a strike. It's going to be a double because Sam is locked in.
3-1. She's sitting on something here. I don't think she's taking. I think she's got the green light.
Good swing on that fastball away. Strike 2 for a foul. All right, so Abby's getting a lot of change back. Let's see if I get it back. I'm getting back. Oh, here we go.
Dr. Pepper and
I got back $4. That's a win. That's a win.
Dr. Pepper and a Twix. Now, so far, Six has thrown that change
up. Especially you got first base open. If they've done their scouting, they know. Not to groove Sam one there, and they don't. So ball 4.
All right, E10.
So my $4 just went to my son, so it's over.
So you started with 10. That could be a math problem. How does $10 become $0?
All right, Emma Melanauskas. First and second, 1 out. Cats threatening again here in the top of the third. Good wheels on the bases too. Coach Epps might dial something up here, a little hit and run possibly. Ball is hit a mile in the sky out to center. That might be trouble, but it's not. Davis camps under it for out number 2. So first and second, 2 outs.
Really need a hit here. I think we've.
You
you
don't want to let them hang around.
That's right.
Because there's no doubt there's some girls in the field for Chapin that can swing it. And they're going to get their swings. They're going to get their hits at some point tonight. So stacking runs is critical here when you got an opportunity. Ball is up. What was the first pitch? 2-0 or just one?
It's 2-0.
2-0.
Well, I just ran into people here.
I jinxed our producer score bug. That was my fault because it's not working on your screen right now. The ball's in the strikes, but that's my fault. I'll own that. 2-1's the count.
Here's Rob Craig in the background cheering on 1-7.
I was talking to Rob earlier, and I've known Rob for 4 years now. And something I have never seen is Rob sit down during a softball game. And I stand up too, but I will sit down occasionally. I have never seen him sit in the stands.
Well, I think about how emotionally involved I've become in these games. And it's hard to imagine what that is also having 2 daughters involved. Not one, but 2.
Yeah.
I mean, the emotional roller coaster that's got to be.
Full count, 2 outs. Runners will be moving here. Boom! That's fair. Call it fair, Blue. I think you missed your second one this inning. You're 0 for 2 tonight, Blue. Because nobody has a better angle of that than me and you right here.
I'm telling you.
Actually, we don't have a good angle of that, but Coach Epps is not complaining, so maybe it was the right call. But that ball was hit hard. So count stays full, 2 outs. You'll see the runners moving again here with full count, 2 outs.
And I tell you, something in the outfield like that may score both of them.
Boom! Get out! That ball's out to left. That's trouble. Livy's rolling around third. She'll score. Sam slides into third. And the not-so-secret weapon delivers with a big 2-out hit and RBI.
It's got to feel pretty good right there. That's nice. All right, Peyton Gantz, 1 for 1. Let's see if she keeps this ball rolling.
And Cass got a chance to put some real separation between them and the Eagles here. Up 3-0, second, third, and I believe Peyton's 3 straight hits, Doc. See if we can make it 4. Takes the ball up.
A little dose of confidence goes a long way.
There it is. Get through there. Another hit for Peyton Gantz. That'll be 2 runs. And 22 is cooking.
I'm telling you, the young buck is coming through.
Cats extend their lead to 5-0, and that's another sophomore, young player on the team, delivering in clutch situations. Bodes well for this year and bodes well for years to come.
I told you, she has all the tools. God, I love watching her do that. That is fantastic.
Lexi Taylor steps in, takes the ball up.
A lot of people would talk about, like, her dad and how much, he has really stoked that softball fire. I think it's her 6th grade rec basketball coach that really sort of helped establish that identity for her. I mean,
that Coach Bopsing? I know Coach Bopsing's not watching this tonight. He might be. But
he might be. Now listen, Coach loves himself some Lexington High School.
Lexi out in the little front there, pops up to right. I've seen him 3 times in the last week, and every time I've seen him, he's eating pizza. That man loves some pizza. So Cats score 3 more there in the third. We go to the bottom half, 5-0. All right, Doc, so let's talk about it right here. We have this vision for a JV state tournament. Both our daughters, played, JV softball.
That's right.
We have a really good squad this year on JV, and what frustrates me sometimes is those games will get cut short sometimes. Time limit will get you.
That's right.
But let's talk about what that would look like.
Well, the philosophy is always varsity, 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 right? We want to turn the spotlight and the attention on the JV softball players, okay? So I think we can agree you can't kind of do it in a traditional manner that you would a high school softball tournament. So I think we're going to watch this pitch right here, but I think we've got a great idea for this.
Nicole Stockwell steps in. Oh, that ball is hit hard down the line. Elena Harry gets to it, and she makes a great play in left field to get that ball in and hold her to a single.
That's not going to show up on your box score, but that was a great play. Good hustle. That should have been a double. Now we've got a single. So you can't do it. Let me go back to the JV tournament real quick. You can't do it traditionally. I believe you have one tournament, all categories, and
no classifications.
No classifications, and there's only 2 stipulations, right? Stipulation 1, you have to have a winning record.
You got to prove that.
You got to prove you got a winning record. And the other thing is, you got to say you're good enough.
You got to think you're good enough.
You got to believe you're good enough. It is volunteer. You don't have.
There's a bunt down at the Haley. Nice play defensively by Haley Mans. Great job getting it out there. Nice play, number 7.
You don't have to win a conference tournament to get there, a region, but you got to believe you're good enough
to win it.
You got to believe you're good enough to win it. And we're going to host it in Lexington 2.
Airport
in BC.
Yep.
And I think it's center of the state. We're going to make it work, but you got to throw the gauntlet down and say, my team can win this thing.
And guess what there's not going to be? There's not going to be any time limits.
That's right. We're going to go 7 innings.
We're playing 7 innings.
There's not going to be 60 minutes or 65 minutes or whatever it is. We want to see 7 innings of hard-fought softball. And my challenge to the state is, are you good enough?
There's a ball to center field, and Peyton camps under it for out number 2.
I know our JV team's good enough. The challenge to the state, putting out the challenge right now to the state, are you good enough? And if you believe your team's good enough, come get you some, and let's make this thing happen.
I like it. It's just a matter of all seriousness, finding the right time to do it, because a lot of times those JV girls get pulled up to varsity at the end of the year. So trying to find a time in the year when you can do it, I think that would be a big hit. I think the girls would love it.
I think it would be
think
huge.
About setting the groundwork for, then competing on the varsity level for championships, region championships, playing a competitive these girls do it during the summer and during the fall. But, with your teammates, with your school, I want to make
listen,
it
it's one thing to play, Tiger River 95 degrees in July when there's 10 people watching. It's a different story when you're playing for your school, you're playing for the pride of your school, your Friday night lights and that. It could be a great experience for the girls.
Well, I like that you throw the classifications out the window. If you're a 1A school up in the upstate, come on.
That's right. If you're out at the coast, let's bring it. Low country.
Go ahead and start talking to your superintendents. You might need a week off of school.
Right. We can make this happen.
School. We can pull it off. Nice play there by Emma to end the threat in the 3rd. We go to the 4th, 5-0 Wildcats.
Peyton Malinowskis, senior. Naomi Little, freshman.
Maya Drennan, junior.
I'd say the funniest thing that happened to me during a game was when I was going to slide into home, but there was a bat in the way, so I tried to jump over it, and I ended up doing the splits at home.
Probably slipping on the mound.
When I was catching in the bullpen and my pitcher fell 2 times on the mound.
If I could travel anywhere in the world, I would probably go to Italy.
Probably Hawaii.
Australia.
My favorite TV show is probably Full House.
Mulan.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
I have 3 dogs.
1 dog and 2 cats.
I have a dog named Poppy.
So our last statement about the JV state tournament, if you're listening, you can produce that 500 record, and if you think you're good enough, glittle@midlandstech.org.
That will not get you.
Send him an email.
That will not get you. That will
Let
not
him
get
know
you.
you want to get in.
I think M Warren at lex2.com or something. .net.
Yeah, you might get a reply on that one that says wrong email. but no, it's just something we've been talking about and want to kind of lay out our vision for it.
I mean, you could shift the season. Technically, you could shift the season for them earlier so they could be available for the playoffs. We could make this happen. You know, we have joke about this stuff, but I also believe it would be awesome.
That's right. Think about the revenue. I mean, think about like the community, like the restaurants, the hotels.
I mean, coming in from all over.
It would be a boom for the Casey, West Columbia area.
Hey, I know that the greater Casey, West Columbia Chamber, Tim James would be ready to go. He'd embrace this entire thing. Let's go.
All right, Maya Drennan steps
Let's back to business. Back to business here.
Wildcats leading 5-0 here in the top of the 4th. We were worried about the weather, but it really hadn't gotten super chilly just yet. There's a ball at the left field, and that'll be a hit. Knocked down by the shortstop. Nice play, but Maya leads off. We talked about it. Setting the table for the top of your lineup.
That's exactly why you put Maya Drennan in the 9 hole right there. Like what you're seeing, the 9-1-2 is when you basically create 2 leadoff hitters.
So back to the top of the lineup, and Peyton Melanauskas. That's for you, Grandma. Melanauskas. Nailed it. Nice swing there. Fouls it off to the left side.
We see a new pitcher here?
I thought that, and I looked, and no, it's still Parker Prusodder, number 1 there. Maybe she changed her hairstyle or something. She looks different, but I think it's
that's number.
Oh,
it's number 6.
You're
looking
right.
at
No,
a
1. No, we have a new pitcher. This is Reagan O'Mara. Okay, thanks, Doc. Reagan, I'm assuming you got a little sister battery here. You got Riley O'Mara behind the dish and Reagan O'Mara in the circle.
I wonder what that is like.
Do they even give each other signals, or is it like telepathic?
Can you imagine them like practicing? I mean, you
Fouled
think
off?
one sister, like the catcher's like, come on, I told you to throw the ball. They start chirping at each other, and then next thing you know, man, helmets are flying everywhere and gloves.
1 ball, 2 strikes to
That may just be my household. I'm not sure.
Peyton.
I'm sure all other sisters get along just fine.
Yeah, I'm sure they get along. Boom! That ball is smoked out to center, and that's going to be trouble. Over to center fielder's head. Maya's on her horse. Coach Epps, you know she's sending her. Peyton slides in with a triple, and Maya Drennan scores on that 3-base hit. So Cats lead 6-0. Doc, did you have any doubt that Coach Epps was waving her on?
No, there was no doubt. Coach Epps might as well have a green light strapped to her back. Like, just green light. In fact, when Coach was little, she didn't play red light, green light. She just played green light.
I got a great name for Coach Epps. First name is Lori. Left turn Lori. That's what she is. Left turn. When you hit third, make that left turn.
Make a left turn.
And come on home. I did have to position myself like I was going to third to make sure that was
just
accurate.
to make sure, yeah.
That's right. Left
you think
turn
we call
Lori.
her old lefty? We call her old lefty. It sounds like a pirate nickname. Old left turn.
There's another RBI.
Now.
Nice job of hitting by
Lena Harry.
Elena Harry to get that run in. That's what you want to do there. Less than 2 outs, bang that ball to shortstop, and score that run from third. Cats now lead 7-0. And Livy steps in, double her last at bat, looking to get things going again here in the 4th inning. Change up for a strike.
Got an observation I'd like to run by you. You know, we play so many of these summer games, and you talked about the JV games earlier, you know, on a time limit. But there is really something about getting into this, 5 through 7 innings and
Ball goes behind Livy for a 1-1 count.
They're like the championship rounds right here, right? You've seen them. You kind of, you've felt out the competition right here. You've kind of seen what they have to give you, and you got to get through 7 innings. And I think that's actually a challenge for teams because you're starting to see right now we're starting to roll and find our rhythm here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, sure.
Uh-oh.
That ball is hit out high and deep to right field. That's trouble, and that is off the right fielder's glove, and Livy's on her horse, and she'll coast in the 3rd with a triple.
All right, so what do we need to say to Coach John right now to make that? That's got to be a triple, right?
Yeah, that's a triple.
I mean, she was running. She was trying to make a play. All right, Coach John, one more time. We're going to argue triple right there.
That is not daddy bias, okay?
I thought she hit that one out. Golly,
how big is this field? What is it, 260 out there?
Golly knows.
That's a home run at Lexington.
I mean, about the only park that's not a home run in is Yellowstone.
So we're on 3rd here, 1 out. Livy standing on 3rd, and Sam trying to do Eagles bringing the infield in here. Boom, single, RBI. Cats are rolling. 8-0's your score. Well, okay, I said we weren't going to go back to it, but the reason for the 500 record is we can't have 180 teams.
That's right.
In
You have to have some delineation.
That's a double play. So Cats plate 3 in the 4th. We go to the bottom half. 8-0 Cats.
Neil Jr. Peyton, I'm a sophomore. My favorite pregame meal is Groucho's. My walk-up song is by Big X The Plug. I Like It by Cardi B. If I had a superpower, it would be to be invisible or to teleport. To fly so I could get where I'm going faster. My favorite thing to do on a day off is relax or hang out with my friends. Hang out with my friends and family.
My name is Livy Warren and I'm a junior. My name is Sam Craig and I'm a senior. Haley Mans. My favorite type of music is country music. Country. Probably country. Most people don't know that I have 2 Nigerian dwarf goats at my house. I'm in law enforcement class at LTC. I have horses.
All right, we're back here. I want to give a quick shout out to Miss Sharon, a.k.a. Ginger. She is the grandmother of Emma and Peyton Melanauskas, watching tonight in Tennessee. Doc, we have viewers in Tennessee watching the Cats, and I think they're watching not to hear me and you, but to see what these girls do best on the field.
I think so, and those 2 kids always show up. Well, look at here. We got ourselves a legend just walked up.
A Wildcat legend is with us. Ball up. We need another headset.
Oh, now listen, you walk over here. Now come on, say hello to everybody.
Hey, everybody, go Wildcats.
Joe Lynn Hines, Wildcat legend. One of the best to ever do it in the rec league ranks and the travel ball ranks, and also one of the most engaged, active parents at ball games you ever want to see.
All-timer. She's an all-timer for cheering for other people's kids. And
ball out to right,
having a daughter who was on the team that didn't get to play a lot, and some other things like one of the young ones on the team, to see her cheer her on the same way she cheered on her own kid, that was pretty awesome from my end. Let me just say that. Well, I'm just telling you,
I will say the only people here who don't think it's awesome to see Jolene is the umpires, because she was known to give them a little bit of the business periodically.
Oh, 100%.
Thanks for stopping by. It was great seeing you.
Good seeing you. How's Maggie doing? Good.
Swing and a miss, strike one. One
her
out
daughter,
here in the 4th.
Her daughter's a heck of a second baseman in her own right.
I believe we named her Autumn Maggie last year because of her run in the playoffs.
Also an all-time nickname. Golly, we're pretty good at that.
Left turn Lori and Autumn Maggie.
Golly. Not so secret weapon.
There's ball at the center. Cats make the play, and that is Peyton for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the 4th, and number 24 steps in. That is
Well, what you are seeing from us right now is complimentary softball. Haley's putting a lot of pressure on the hitters, and when they're hitting the ball, they're right to our folks. They're making a play.
Ball up in the air.
Can we do better for saying second baseman?
Second base woman.
Is that what we need to say? I mean, can we go ahead and just work on that right now? We workshop that live. Second base person, we got to do better than that.
If you ask, let's ask the secret weapon after the game what she wants us to call her. 3-0 to count to Davis.
I think this may be the first time that Haley's been at 3 balls all night.
She knows how good this defense is, and Haley's a smart pitcher, and she knows.
We kind of let that one go here.
Put in play and let that defense work. So we do have a walk there on 4 pitches. Brings up number 11, Savannah Foxworth.
Oh, hang on a minute. We got Paul Rouillard has chimed in on the right fielder right here. Let's hear what Paul says. Paul says errors are only on routine plays. I couldn't see the right fielder, but if she truly was running, trying to make a play, stretching out for the ball, and it hit her glove, that is not going to be an error. If she's jogging for the ball, and the ball is certainly with her normal arm span, and she just was sloppy, then you've got an error.
Okay.
Then Paul, I'm just going to go and say, I'm going to say option 1, and I believe we need to push. Maggie just texting her mama here.
Maggie's watching.
Autumn Maggie on live. Here we go. And listen, folks, we got a lot of stuff happening at the same time. This is when we're out amongst the people.
How impressive is it that a college freshman girl on a Friday night has chosen to dial in to Wildcats softball?
That's a good kid right there. That's a good kid. 4.0 is what I bet.
I bet she's watching the Cats, and she's got her calculus book there. I bet she's got her biology book with her, notebook. There's another base hit, or there is a base hit out to the left.
Although I will say, for college kids, 8-12 is probably not considered late night.
Yeah.
My guess is they are just starting to get warmed up.
Thanks for watching, Maggie. Miss you. All right, next up for the Eagles, we have first and second here, 2 outs, and number 10, Emily Holbrook. A little bit of a threat here from the Eagles in the 4th. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
So I do agree with Paul Rouillard. I think that's a hit.
Up and away. Ball, 1-1. Eagles also coached by Coach Cabe and Coach McMillan. Quality staff here for the Chapin High School Eagles. Here's a ball at the center. And Peyton is camped, and she makes the play. And
cash money.
No runs in the bottom of the 4th. We go to the 5th, 8-0 Lexington. Robin Craig steps in. North Greenville signee and North Greenville recently changed their mascot. They were the Crusaders, but somebody told me there's something different now. Do you know what their new mascot is?
Let's get research on that right away.
We have confirmation from Coach Taylor here, the Trailblazers. So she's going to be a North Greenville Trailblazer next year. What a beautiful facility up there at North Greenville. Beautiful campus in Tigerville, up in the mountains, South Carolina.
I would tell you that Greenville is probably a hidden gem here in South Carolina. You know, I
love Greenville.
God, what a great area. Walkable downtown, places to eat, great places to stay.
They also have the Swamp Rabbit Trail. You been on the Swamp Rabbit Trail in Greenville?
I don't know if you remember, but you and I ran on the Swamp Rabbit Trail once upon a time.
We did.
And we encountered a pack of hyenas.
That's right, we did. Our pace went from 9:45 to 6:20.
I mean, that's all I took. All I needed was a bunch of eyes in the woods staring at me, and then I got on my horse.
Well, and another time I ran the Swamp Rabbit Trail, there was actually like an owl sitting on like a stump right there next to the path, and we thought it was fake. So we get up to it, and the thing turns its head and looks at me, and I swear, I almost just fell out right then and there.
It stared into my soul is what happened. I mean, that was scary.
3-1 to count to Robin. Let's lock back in on softball here. Good hitter's
pitch.
pitch.
If you get a chance to go to the Swamp Rabbit Trail, it is quite nice.
Half of it's that rubber, nice soft surface. Woo! Ball is smoked off the third baseman's glove for a single. Robin Craig, get your double, girl. She's in there for a double. And the aggressiveness continues here in the top of the fifth with a leadoff double from the Wildcat do-it-all player, Robin Craig. All right, Peyton, go get you a third hit tonight.
I mean, career high right here? Question mark?
Yeah.
Oh, she's feeling it now. Look at it. I like how she. I'm a
we-
body language doctor.
We're not deep enough in the season yet where I have the stat printout, but I will tell you this: going 4 for 4 in a row helps your average. I don't know wherever you are, with your stats, that's going to help you, and that's what Peyton is. 4 straight hits.
That's money ball for you right there. That's the kind of analysis that people tune in for. Is that going 4 for 4 will help your batting average.
We had a board meeting last night, and speaking of like math and averages, our math coordinator talked about some different things we're doing, curriculum and our textbook adoptions, and I was so impressed because she knows more about math. Her name is Jennifer Wise than I know about anything. And I watched her last night. Look at that, 5 for 5. Peyton Gons is on fire. And left turn Lori plates run number 9. And if 4 for 4 helps your average,
I think Granddaddy just walked past us right here.
5 for 5 will definitely help your average.
That's nice. Grandpa up from Florida. I like it. Look, folks, this is a family reunion style right here.
Whatever Grandpa brought from Florida, we all need it because.
I hope everybody like he rubs his hat or something. Everybody touch him before he gets out of here.
All right, we got a pinch hitter here, Grace Fonseca, or Fonseca, as the announcer called her earlier. Ball up and away. Grace, another young one for the Wildcats, pitcher and fielder. Runner on third here with no outs. Chance to plate run number 10.
Actually pitched a no-hitter in the last game.
Yes, she did. And almost almost went kind of unnoticed because the Cats scored a bunch of runs early, and Grace just kind of went out there and kept doing her job, and before you knew it, it was a no-hitter. So
it was a strange one, but I mean, you know, but it was a no-hitter.
There's a ball popped out to the right side. Cats 1 run away here from possibly ending this thing in 5 innings if we can get 3 outs in the bottom half. We got a plate run number 10 and no outs. Runner on third. Ball down. You know, I'm really glad that Grandpa from Florida is here to watch Peyton, but the problem is now
he's got to move here.
He's got to come to every game.
I mean, now he's got to move.
And I'm not sure what part of Florida he's from. Like, if you're from, like, Jacksonville, it's not that bad. But if he's, like, a Miami, like, Naples
Tampa
guy, that's
tough.
a long way from Lexington. I hope the Gonzes have an extra bedroom.
That's what I'm saying. If they need one, hey, listen, if it means she's going to go 3 for 3 every game, then he can stay with me.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Grace. Ball is down, full count. So once again, region matchup. Next week, Cats will be back in action. I know Thursday at home. What else we got next week?
Next week, Charleston tournament. Next weekend.
But we play Thursday, White Knoll at home.
Play Thursday, White Knoll at home.
And then we go to Charleston Friday and Saturday.
We do indeed.
So if you're looking for something to do, next Thursday night, come out to Wildcat Field to watch the Cats and the Timberwolves, another big region matchup next Thursday. And back to the top of the lineup, we have, Shay Scott will hit for Maya here in the 9-hole. Coach Epps continuing to work players in here, get them experience, get them swings. She knows that'll show dividends later in the year. The girls to stay active and have this game experience. You know, I enjoy coming out to Chapin, you know, a beautiful area out here near the lake. One thing that is disappointing, though, is Zesto in Chapin closed. How does that happen?
I'm not sure. I mean, to me, Zestos should print money. I mean,
very surprising that they well, maybe there's a good reason. I don't know all the backstory for Zesto and their
business model
what
out here,
happened
I'm not
there,
sure.
but I know that you always you think about coming to Chapin, you get a little excited about Zesto, then you realize, oh yeah, closed.
Closed.
Not an option.
Well, the Zestos in West Columbia, all it does is print money. It prints money.
2 balls and 1 strike to Shea.
What's
Senior?
your go-to order at Zestos?
I've really grown to fall in love with their Chick-fil-A sandwich. I mean, when I was growing up, it was always chicken dinner, 4 pieces, and then I can't eat 4 pieces of chicken anymore. Fisted, popped up out to the pitcher. She makes the play for out number 1. So, and then I went to a snack, which is 2 pieces, and you get, slaw, roll, fries.
It's all the same color, by the way. Outside the slaw, everything else is the same color on the plate.
But I've kind of started in that Chick-fil-A sandwich is, it's a big sandwich, and almost you can get it just the sandwich. You don't need the fries and the slaw of the sandwich. It fills you up. Because if you go to Zesto and you get a drink, chicken, I mean, you're going to spend $13, $14.
Underrated Zesto's item is the hamburger.
Yeah, that's good too.
You think about going to, Zesto's being the chicken place, but my children really love the hamburgers.
Making me hungry.
I know, we may have to drive to West Columbia.
Elena Harry steps in, second, third here, still 1 out, looking to plate that 10th run. Top of the lineup. I said Elena, correction. We have Peyton Milanoskas.
I think you were looking at Elena standing right here beside of us.
Peyton Milanoskas is your batter here. Peyton with a triple her last at bat, couple hits tonight. She takes down. Nice play there by O'Mara. Very impressed with this catcher from Chapin and just some plays that she's made tonight. And even on that little pop fly that Shay just hit, communicating, telling her sister, like, hey, your ball, your ball. I've been impressed with O'Mara behind the plate.
A lot of good play.
2 balls, 1 strike to Peyton. She takes up 3-1. Good pitch there. Good changeup. Full count. So tonight, we will have our Crescent Collision Star of the Game, and that player will receive a $15 Starbucks gift card for the Star of the Game. And Doc, got to start really thinking about that because we've had a lot of big players tonight.
I think I've got my vote. I've got my vote already. I'm thinking about it already. I think I've got my vote. It is the debut. Did you say that? This is the debut of the Crescent Collision Star of the Game. Every broadcast from now to our season ends is going to have a Crescent Collision Star of the Game.
If you're interested in being a sponsor of the Star of the Game, let us know. We'll just drop off a gift card at the softball field, and we'll mention your name. But excited to recognize some of these girls and their performances, and I feel like we'll have a lot of stars this year for sure. Bases loaded now for Elena Harry.
And we still have to plate this 10th run. Now we've loaded them up, but let's get after it here.
Good swing there by Elena, fouls it straight back. That wind that was blowing earlier has really died down, so I mean, it's a little chilly, but very bearable here tonight in Chapin.
I thought it was going to be much colder tonight.
You brought a scarf.
Listen, I did the whole thing wearing a toboggan.
There is one scarf, I think, in this whole complex right now. I don't see another one. It belongs to you.
Hey, listen, it looks sharp. You know, perks of being a former superintendent, Lexington High School scarf wearer.
1-1 to count, I believe. Might be 2-1. Ball is popped up to right. First baseman makes the play. So it's going to come down to Livy here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Chance to really want to plate this 10th run, but some good pitching here by O'Mara, our last couple batters, to work out of some trouble, but 1 out left to get.
Runners are going to be going, and Peyton on first. Outfield right here could score some runs.
That ball is hammered out to center. Get legs! Get out of here! Grand slam, number 12. Livy Warren delivers a shot over the center field wall for a grand slammy. And the Cats extend their lead 13-0. Doc, I think I just said something that I've never said before in my life, and I promise viewers I will never say it again. I said grand slammy.
Hey, listen, in the moment, you got to feel pretty good about it. You're excited about your daughter, you know. That's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. A little daddy action there.
Yeah, it's in me. All right, so now back to our shortstop, Sam Craig. Livy making a push there. Is that a push for the star of the game? Is she making a push?
I had a.
Is she making a push?
Well, she had a triple and a home run.
And a double.
And a double? Is she a single away from the cycle?
She is.
Oh my gosh.
How are you going?
They're not coming back around. They're not coming back around. This is going to be it, most likely.
Two to count.
God, that was dead red center field too.
Woo! And this is, like I said, this is a big field. I mean, this is definitely bigger than Wildcat Field. This is probably 210, 215. Takes outside. 3 to the count. Give her the swing sign, Coach Epps. I trust Sam in this spot, don't you?
I mean, up 13-0. You know, do what you need to do right now. Shoot.
Ow. Well, if you're going to walk her there, I guess you get your money's worth. Right in the back. Sam will walk that off. Looks like Coach Epps will put somebody in the run. That hurts. Right in the middle of the back, right between the shoulder blades.
Put Amanda Barksdale in to run, senior Amanda Barksdale.
Barksdale will run for Sam, so Sam's night may be done. And Emma Melanauskas will hit again. Grandma Ginger, hope you're watching.
Oh, no, something funny just happened right there. I don't know. It will not be nearly as funny, I think. You said Grandma Ginger. The catcher, who often happens to be redheaded, I turned around and looked. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
No, I was talking about Grandma in Tennessee. Coach checks on the pitcher there. She seems to be okay, and we'll get back to action here at Chapin Field. Two outs here for our third baseman, Emma Melanauskas. And Doc, we hadn't mentioned this year, but last year we talked about a lot. Emma hits her back so hard in those swings, those
every
warm-up
time.
swings.
Every time.
You can probably hear that on your screen at home.
I mean, she has bad intentions when she swings a bat. Like, she's not trying to, nub a single over the shortstop's head. She's trying to hammer.
She just missed that one out to center. That'll be out number 3, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Cats 3 outs away from a victory, 13-0. We're back here in the bottom of the 5th. Another shout out. Libby's Uncle Dave watching from Florida. Good thing for Dave is that he didn't drive up here for this game because Libby's got a grand slam, double, triple. At least he can just say he's the lucky charm watching on TV from Florida. Base hit out to left field to Elena. That was Emily Holbrook with that hard hit single, and now Brinley Paye steps in. Correction, Nicole Stockwell with the hit. So Haley Mann still in the circle trying to finish this thing out. Pitched a really good ball game to this point.
Well, and you're going to look at the score of this one, and the Wildcats started rolling with the bats as the game started going on. But Chapin, I'm not sure the score actually represents how competitive Chapin is ultimately going to be this year in the region.
Yeah. No, it's a good squad, and this is a proud program, and we'll see them again in a couple weeks, and it'll be a good game. This is my projection. But Cats just keep stacking W's one game at a time. There's a strikeout for out number 1. And really the goal here is to do very well in the region and prime yourself for a playoff run. That's why you see the young girls kind of folded in, get some experience playing, because this team has bigger aspirations than just a good regular season.
That's right. Well, you are judged by what you do in the postseason, and of course last year was a great example of that. Up and down regular season, and then really got hot in the right time, and so that's what you hope to do again this year. We want to be peaking a month from now.
That's right. There's a ball to short. Oh, Sam's back in there. Gosh, she's so smooth out there. Sam Craig made that look so easy, and that was a tough play. What pitcher's best friend right there.
What a luxury. Look how deep she fielded that ball. Most people field that ball, that's an infield hit. And not there.
So 2 outs here for the catcher, O'Mara, and she pops one up to right. This could be it. And nope, drifts out of play for strike number 1. Look at all the Cats hustling over there. Libby from right, Robin, of course, Grace now at first base, tracking that ball, just continuing to give that effort. Fouled off. Strike 2. So 1 pitch away, Doc, from stamping this Friday night region victory.
Great start here to the broadcast season.
Yes, it's
I know we did broadcast the championship game of Varsity Blues.
That felt nothing on our producer's part. Me and you, that just kind of felt rushed.
That's right. Well, it was our fault.
It was we just kind of decided late. We didn't have a lineup. It was windy.
We need to decide. We got to call you Crescent Player of the Game here.
I'm gonna let you call it.
All right. Here's who I'd like to have. Now listen, Livy's played great tonight. But our Crescent Collision star of the game,
foul ball, close to being
has
down. Has
got to be her first 3-hit game of her career. Peyton Gantz.
I agree. Peyton Gantz.
22. Peyton Gantz, Crescent Collision Player of the Game.
Have we gotten the check from Lindler yet? Have we gotten the sponsorship check from
What's
Lindler?
funny is I'm buying all the gift cards.
all right, Mr. Lindler. We need about 10 gift cards from you.
This
popped up.
This bid is actually costing me money.
I thought the purpose of working and was to provide for your families, and we're here losing money. I lost $9 just now in the canteen. You lost 15 on the Starbucks gift card.
But we wanted to make sure that we had enough of a gift card to kind of go do a couple drinks.
And that's one trip right there.
That's right. You're gonna go with a friend.
Ball up and away, 2-2.
Then we're giving it Peyton Gantz, Crescent Collision, star of the game. I got to at least get the bit. We're doing the bit. We're got to at least make it happen.
I wish we could get her over here, but that's just.
I don't think Brant Taylor's going to let us.
No.
Look at that.
Look at Elena Harry tracking it down for out number 3, and the Cats put an exclamation point on this region victory. 13-0 is your score here from Chapin. Cats really just play a complete game outside that first inning, top to bottom.
Well, once they started cooking, that was about all. They really started rolling, and the bats just kept getting hotter and hotter as the game went on. We will see you Thursday night. Tune back in. If you want to come to the game, we encourage you to do that. But otherwise, we'd love to have you watching. Thanks to Brant Taylor for his work. Streaming Wildcats softball. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Warren. He's Greg Little. Cats go to 2-0 in the region.